the question that flows from this is the political killings task team. Did that fall within the sphere of responsibility allocated to you in terms of your appointment as a Deputy National Commissioner?
It's supposed to, but that was not the case, but it's supposed to.
Oh, okay. Where did the political killings task team resort under? Under whose jurisdiction, under whose sphere of responsibility?
It should be under detectives because we are talking about investigative work. Everybody who's there is investigation or investigators. It's about murder cases that have been committed. They get investigated. And once you're talking investigation, you're talking about crime detection. But in this case, there was a different, so to put it, a very weird arrangement where you find a political killing task team. They will say to you, this is a task team that uses members of the detectives, most of them, that reports to or are project managed by Lieutenant General Khumalo, who is in crime intelligence. And that also reports to the provincial commissioner. Yes, it is acceptable, of course, that because the provincial commissioner is responsible for the province. In other words, the provincial commissioner is responsible for crime and policing in the province. But the reason why I say it was a weird type of arrangement is that you have a task team, but that has got only 4 people or 5 people that should know, or that are supposed to know what is going on in the task team. It will be the minister, General Khumalo, project manager, provincial commissioner Mkhwanazi, national commissioner, and General Sibiya, to a certain extent, the former head of the DPCI, because I was mostly not so much active in it. But as far as I'm concerned, if I'm the Deputy National Commissioner that is responsible for detectives in general, intelligence as well, and I've got a top secret clearance certificate, I need to know and understand why can't I be entrusted with knowing what this team is doing? What is it that they are busy with? And what is secretive about what they are doing that I, as a Deputy National Commissioner, am not allowed to know? That is where the difference between myself and General Mkhwanazi came in, and it was not meant to be a big issue. After the arrest of those that were involved, now we were somewhere in Cape Town with in an operation. It was Minister Kele then. But the minister came, approached me and said, tell me, are you sure the people that were arrested are the right people? And I said, I'm quite sure, Minister, because I was involved in the process. I said, I'm quite sure. He said, can I have the team to brief me? Because I am the one who's going to be asked also in other forums, especially the media. I said, that can be arranged, Minister. Let me arrange it right away. I then contacted the province. Now, in contacting the province, I contacted the Deputy Provincial Commissioner of KZN. Yes, it is indeed true that I was supposed to actually contact the Provincial Commissioner as the Provincial Commissioner of KZN. But I contacted the Deputy Provincial Commissioner simply because of we have been having a good relationship with General Mkhwanazi. I never thought he will actually make a big issue out of it. The main reason was Normally, when I contact him, you find that he is busy in a meeting. He's chairing a meeting. And normally when he chairs a meeting, either his phone is on silent or is with someone else. Then I would then call the next person who I think can assist. The intention was just to try and make sure that there's not going to be any delay. Now, and I said, can you please arrange with the team members and also inform the provincial commissioner? That was General Mkhwanazi at the province. General Mkhwanazi later came to me and said, hey, General, can you please call the PC yourself because he's not impressed? I said, okay. And I called the PC with all the confidence that I had because I knew we had the relationship, me and him. And then when he responded, he was fuming. He was very angry. And he said, la, Sibiya, hey, General, you're not going to phone my province and order my people around. And I said, whoa, General, we are not fighting. Nobody's fighting, please. Let's not go there. He says, you call my people here and you tell them that the minister they must come to head office and I don't know about that thing. I said, no, sir. General, I'm apologizing, but I just wanted to carry out the instruction. He said, no member is going to Pretoria. No one is going there. I don't report to politicians. That is what he said. He said, but when he said, you go tell the minister that I say, I also didn't take it kind but we are all trained members of the South African police, and we grew up within the discipline of the police. And from a student, you get trained who must salute who must stand up when who comes in, who must actually salute, who must greet who, how. Now, the way he's heavy and talking to me in an aggressive manner, his tone was very heavy. I didn't take it kind myself. Then I said, but General, when you order me now and say I must go tell the minister that you are ordering me around now, and in fact, it wasn't meant to be like that. I'm your senior for you to talk to me the way. Then he said, oh, I don't know where you're coming with this thing of you being a senior. Then he dropped the phone. Then he followed me with a very long message that tells me that he's appointed in terms of the constitution, and then I'm appointed in terms of the police regulation, and then he's responsible for policing in KZN. From now onwards, you've got nothing to do with KZN.
Do you know Brown Mkhwanazi?
I know Brown Mkhwanazi.
How do you know him?
Brown Mkhwanazi, I know him as an activist in Northwest, but I didn't know him. I also Googled him and I saw him at some point. He was commenting and making it was an interview, but relating to the former premier and Gauteng, former premier of Northwest, and he also contacted me. Remember that he would also collect some information there around there, what is going on, whether be it the tender-related corruptions there or concerns that he had, and then also he ended up also aiding the fact that look. I just also want to warn you that you must know that the intelligence people are working on you. They're busy in your case after you. I knew about it, and then he was just telling me something that I was aware of. And I even spoke to the National Commissioner about it at some point. I said, NASCOM, I just got this strange call from this person. He says he's Brown. I didn't know Brown Mkhwanazi, but he said he's Brown. And then we were leaving his office, and the National Commissioner said, well, let's keep on listening to him. Let's hear what he says. And we didn't entertain it further.
Did you ever meet him in person?
Yes, twice.
When was that and where?
The very first time when we went to operate in KZ in Durban, January 8th, we were there on official duties.
On?
Official duties.
Yeah.
And then he called and said, will you be in Cape Town? I said, yes, I will be there, sir. I will be working. He said, I'll come greet you because we are going there. I said, it's fine. And then he did come to the hotel where I was. at that time. And he came, greeted me, it was during breakfast, and he left in town.
And where was that? Which hotel was that? In Cape Town?
Yeah, in Cape Town, in town. But it's one of the Southern Sun hotels.
Was that with the January 8th?
Yes.
Yeah. So he was here. Were you also here for the party celebrations on January 8th?
No, I was here on official duties. The top management of the police will be here to run the operations. We are all here, all of us. We are not friends, or we were not friends. But at the same time, I was getting to know him. I wasn't really, it was, if ever I've met, in my whole life, I've met Mr. Matlala, it is 5 times less. It's not someone that I was really close to. It was just the beginning of knowing each other more. So my interactions with him is really very, very, very limited.
Was the Cape Town breakfast meeting on January 8th or wherever it was, on the eve of January 8th, was that the only time you actually...
He met me only once here in Cape Town. And even when he left, he forgot to pay. And then...
So he peddles information and he must pay for it.
No, he forgot to pay. And then he said to me, hey, I forgot to pay there. Can you pay? I didn't agree to pay because, I mean, I didn't know that I was going to have a guest that I must pay breakfast for. Yeah. So I didn't pay. He then said he had to come and pay.
So he's some guy. And so during this meeting at breakfast, and you still haven't said how many calls more or less he made to you.
No, when he was here, Chair, I mean, it was that one call when he came here, and then from that was it. To greet, and that was it. It's not like we are friends. We are not close to each other.
Does he phone you, or do you phone him, and do you have his number on your phone?
I had his number on my phone. I do have his number on my phone, but many a times he's the one who calls. I don't call.
And in these calls that he made to you and the meeting he had, did he mention the name of Kat Matlala to you?
No. He never mentioned. It does happen sometimes when he will talk about the issue of Kat who's been arrested and things that he reads on the newspaper. But I will not really entertain him on such cases, you know.
Do you know Kat Matlala?
I know Kat Matlala.
How do you know him? Have you got a relationship with him?
No. Before I came back to the police, I didn't know Kat, Mr. Matlala. I didn't know Mr. Matlala, and I got to know Mr. Matlala when he called, asking, wanting to meet. And I said, no, come to the office.
When was that call?
The call was around about I can't remember exactly, but I do have the bundle when they wanted to have a meeting. Above all, what then happened is what the National Commissioner wanted to see happening. The winding down. What does the winding down entail? The winding down or the phase-out approach is as per the approved plan by the National Commissioner. The one that the National Commissioner said, I approved, the one with the action plan that I just read, this one on page 79. This is what the National Commissioner approved, which is the winding down. That winding down is the one that gives effect to the docket being brought in on this date. Now, they brought the docket on the, it says on the 17th, but the handing over was done on the 28th of March. General Khumalo brought the docket to General Sintumul. On the 28th, they sat with a team to do a handing over. I was not there. And remember, the National Commission says his plan took precedence. We are now dealing with the precedence that the National Commissioner wanted to deliver the dockets to a specific unit by this date. This is what is happening. That was approved by the National Commissioner in his own statement. Now, on the 17th, they were brought, but on the 28th of March, they did a handing over. That handing over now brought the docket to General Sintumula so that they can be distributed to serious and violent crime. It is at the time when they were taken now to General Mkhwanazi, who then said, I don't want those dockets in my province. Take them to General Sibiya's office. So in my case, I never even kept any docket gathering dust in my office or locked any docket in my safe. I don't have a safe in my office nor any archive. I don't have. So it was just a simply misleading the nation to say General Sibiya withdrew the docket, they called for the docket, they are not being investigated, they are sitting in the office gathering dust. They never gathered dust in my office. They were taken, as per the plan of the National Commissioner, taken to where they were supposed to be taken up until the provincial commissioner said, I don't want them. Then the next logical thing was NESCOM, they did inform the National Commissioner and said, General, the PC says he doesn't want this docket. That's when he said, oh, well, let General Sibiya make a plan. Then we put a team together to make sure that these dockets are not delayed. But for that, we cannot put a team here from Gauteng to go to KZN in a place they don't know. And then without any budget, they need to be protected. They need accommodation. They need S&T. Now, we needed to have a budget application. That's when we applied for a budget. And we applied. We did mention even in the report that the PC says it doesn't want these dockets, but they must be investigated. And then we wrote, the National Commission never responded. Up until after I left, the National Commissioner wrote a letter that says, what are the dockets doing at head office? Some of these dockets must be taken to the stations where they belong as agreed. As agreed. Which means there was an agreement that they must be taken to those stations.
So did you attend this awards evening?
I did attend. I did attend it.
And what was that occasion like? I take it the National Commissioner was also there.
Chair, I just don't want to make a mistake. I do know that there's one I didn't attend, but this one I don't think I attended. I didn't attend this one. There's one that I attended where it was now with the police. I think it was a National Police Day, but the excellence one I didn't attend. We must bear in mind, Chair, neither is General Mkhwanazi an investigator. Doesn't know anything about investigation. Colonel Khumalo, Lieutenant Colonel Khumalo, was Mkhwanazi's driver. He's also investigating this thing. I don't know if General Khumalo's got investigation. I know he's investigating, but he's never been an investigator. I don't remember him being trained as an investigator, unless he's got that certificate that says he did investigation. I might be wrong. Now, the same member of the political killing task team members, including Lieutenant Colonel Khumalo, these are the team that are investigating, kicking the doors. There are so many cases opened. They went to Fort Hare University and they took money from accused number 1 at Fort Hare University. That matter is investigated by the DPCI. There is evidence, they don't deny, but nothing is happening. Why some of the people are above the law? They can do as they please. Nobody takes action because no, they are protected. We need to know how many cases were opened against these political killing task team members. They are there. No action is being taken because no. There are some powerful individuals that cannot be questioned. It's wrong. The country shouldn't allow this. They are here, they are operating, but yet they are suspects. No.
Can I?
And then the last, did I hear you properly when you say there is no crime intelligence in this country?
There is, but it can do better.
No. Just to check if I properly captured that statement. Did you say there is no crime intelligence in this country? We should be knowing who is committing these criminal activities, the hitmen, this and that.
Chair, many of the operations that we see happening, like your crash in transit, they are there. They give information, but there's still a lot that can improve or where we are not winning the fight at all. And that is where I believe that crime intelligence should actually, that is why there was a meeting where the minister at some point wanted to know who is behind the drugs, the drug lord, the drug cartels, who is behind the proliferation of firearms, who is killing people in these gang-infested areas, in all these areas. We need that kind of intelligence. Who are the kingpins behind the extortions?
So you, essentially, even if you may not repeat that statement, you are just saying that where you stand, you are unhappy with the progress that is being made.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I think I just wanted to understand that, but I see there are two honorable members who have, or three. It will be Honorable Skosana, Honorable James, Honorable Mkhwanazi, in that order.
Thank you, Chair, once again. I think the clarity is not yet clear from the General, because what I've noted as well is that the General said there's no crime intelligence in this country. Now, I just want to capture, because I don't want to, when we start tomorrow, then it's like we are misleading the witness on the day. So this clarity, it doesn't come up clean, General. I think when you said there's no crime intelligence, do you really mean that there's no crime intelligence in the country, or something else? Because what you said on record is that in this country there's no crime intelligence. I thank you, Chair.
Look, Chair, literally speaking, I don't say there is no crime intelligence. They don't exist. They exist, but there has been instances even where General Mkhwanazi himself is saying that in case that then there's no crime intelligence really that is giving satisfactory performance there, because you have a lot that is going on. There were instances where you find that there is cash in transit, sometimes 2, 3, 4 times in a day, even in the Eastern Cape. Yes, now we say we need crime intelligence that will, immediately after crime is being committed, that day, that week, we need to already know who's involved. This is the crime intelligence that we are looking for, that is proactive. Many a times that will know things before they happen sometimes, because they've got informers on the ground, they will know what is going on. I don't necessarily mean that there is no crime intelligence. And if this is what it meant or how it was understood, Chair, let me withdraw it now at this point in time.